To Motorsports, the Bell Rayback rider ready to go. He's 7th most all-time with wins, but he's most all-time with those 112 podiums, and those are going to be important here tonight.
It is key, a podium, but I tell you, Ralph, tonight is all about winning. The 7 is 9 points down in championship. He needs a win. The number 1, the reigning champion, is 7 points down. He needs a win. The 22 is 6 down. They all need to win, and the points leader, Ryan Villapoto, needs to get that momentum back. No better way than to win.
Miss Supercross, Diana Dahlgren with the 32nd board. 4 riders, 9 points, 2 rounds of racing left to go, and they're all battling for the most coveted championship trophy in all of motorcycling and dirt bike racing, the Monster Energy AMA Supercross FIM World Championship. It doesn't matter if it's 90 degrees like it'll be next week in Las Vegas or snowing like it's been here in Salt Lake. These athletes are ready to go here with the penultimate round. Who's going to get the Nuclear Cowboys hole shot? Stewart looking to jump out front. Oh, he bobbles in the corner, but Stewart's going to get that hole shot. He got the start that he wanted. Now, where's Reed? Here comes 2-2 Motorsports. He's up in 2nd place.
Villapoto sets 4th. Behind one of the Gibbs riders.
It's Justin Brayton sitting there in 3rd.
Okay, here we go, Ralph. Doesn't this look like 2009 all over again, where Stewart and Reed, the 3rd and 4th winningest riders in the history of the sport, go at it.
You saw Dungey, the reigning champ, come swinging around the outside, right into our camera. And there is a lot of history between these 2 riders. A big coming together earlier this year in Atlanta. Another one at Cowboy Stadium in Dallas. They respect each other, but they're not going to dinner together.
They definitely aren't. And both riders tonight have set the fastest lap times in qualifying at a 42.8 for both riders.
Ryan Villapoto, you see him in the back of the screen. There's the Monster Energy Kawasaki rider. The points leader is now up to 3rd as he gets around Brayton's Yamaha. And here comes Dungey. You can see him in the back. And pretty soon, it looks like all 4 of our points contenders will be running 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
I'm telling you, Ralph, each one of these championship title contenders have really stepped up. And I'm surprised that as many crashes as we've seen out of each of these 4 riders, that they're all still 9 points apart heading into this main event.
Here's how Villapoto worked his way around the Muscle Milk Toyota-backed rider Justin Brayton, who's coming back off of an injury.
See here, this is turn 2 as they come back on. Watch how he sweeps it way wide and hammers the throttle on the entry of the turn. Just not anybody could pull and move like that. Villapoto, that was some intense riding technique right there. That was fantastic skill.
In talking to his team manager, Mike Fisher, earlier today, he told me Ryan really hits full stride when he gets to the main event. It's kind of an all-day process through practice and the heat races, and that's where he shines, is in the main, and you saw it right there.
Well, and he did step it up here, and this is when the points are on the line. That's when the champions really step up. And remember, all 4 of our title contenders have won championships in either Supercross Lights or the Supercross class here. Stewart and Reed have 2 apiece.
And some have won in both divisions.
That's right.
Dungey, there he is, the reigning champion. Had a great week of practice, he told me. Oh, KTM factory rider Michael Lessie is off. His teammate Andrew Short has his Red Bull back KTM in 5th.
Our leaders, all 4 of the leaders have been in the 43-second lap time. Stewart just notches a 42.9, so he has picked it up about half a second.
James Stewart took his entire family down to the Bahamas in the week off the break. Got a little bit of relaxation in, he told me, but he also did some training. And Jeff, he told me as well, he really doesn't like cold weather. He said that cost him a lot of points in San Diego, but he came better prepared for the racing and the weather here in Salt Lake City, and said he doesn't think it's going to slow him down tonight. It sure doesn't look like it.
Ralph, I think all of our title contenders have came prepared. I just can't believe that we have seen such intense Supercross racing, and even through their mistakes, these riders have battled back, and it seems like an underdog story for every one of the title contenders that's out there. And maybe the number 2, there's no greater comeback story.
coming off that horribly broken leg from a year ago, and Ryan Villapoto, our points leader, sits in third. He's just an incredible story, Aaron.
Most definitely is, you guys. When I spoke with the team manager, Mike Fisher, he informed me that over the week they tried to do some engine setting changes to try to provide a little more power on the bike being here at the altitude in Salt Lake City. The other thing that they're really focusing on is trying to get Ryan to be a little bit more aggressive within those first 3 laps. We saw him do just that here tonight.
We talked about that adversity that he went through with that broken leg as he's closing in now on Chad Reed.
Ryan Villapoto has just set the fastest lap of the main event, a 42.7. 1/10 of a second faster than James Stewart's 42.8. So Villapoto now finally is coming to life here with 2 races to go in this championship. Really some aggressive riding, and this is the Villapoto in the middle of the championship that was so dominant. He is really good through the whoops. Let's see this pass through. Reed makes a mistake. Villapoto goes
that
by.
opens the door, and there he goes. Just like that, Villapoto finds himself in second and picks up some precious points by making that pass.
Well, Chad Reed really did have a bad lap. That was a 43.2 for him, which was faster than Stewart's, but it was Villapoto. I'm sorry, 44.6. Villapoto with the 43.2.
Villapoto with 5 wins this year. Anaheim won the prestigious race there. Los Angeles' Dodger Stadium. Then he won 3 in a row. Atlanta, Daytona, and Indy. It's been a while, though, Jeff. Quite a few weeks since we've seen him up on the podium.
Down.
And Stewart is down. James Stewart goes down. There goes Villapoto. And this championship takes another twist. And there goes Stewart again. You could see it coming. Oh, James Stewart. There's his mechanic watching. Can Stewart now get back on the bike and regain? Jeff, we saw him take a violent crash at Daytona, and he got on the track, looked dazed, looked like he didn't have his senses, but boy, did he battle back through the pack.
Once again, look at the front wheel and the handlebars on Stewart's bike is extremely twisted. That's going to make it tough for him to finish this main. Let's take a look at it here as he comes into the turn, doubles in. Same thing as Dodger Stadium, just didn't get enough traction on the front wheel and just washed the front wheel out. Now watch, he gets back up, says okay, tries to regroup, tries to wheelie through here, and then gets a big kick over the bars.
Here's that first crash again.
So reminiscent, Ralph, of Dodger Stadium, where it was a right-hand turn, but it was this loose, rocky soil right there mid-turn. And watch this one more time over the bars.
At Dodger Stadium, he bounced back to a second-place finish. That night in Daytona, after that horrific crash, he fought his way back from dead last to ninth. Kept him very much alive in the championship. Let's see what he does here. Right now, Jeff, James Stewart has fallen to 27 points back of Ryan Villapoto. He is now 4th in the points. Villapoto has a 9-point lead over Reed, 12 over Dungey. As we run right now, halfway through this, man.
And Villapoto just logged a 43 flat. Reed was a 44.5. That puts him 2.5 seconds out, but it was Dungey with a 43.7 who's now closed up on the back of Chad Reed. Talking about stepping up for the main event, just when you thought this thing was Stewart and Reed had the lap times and everything going, Reed's kind of off the pace a little bit, kind of looks a little,
Here's Dungey here.
No, where's Dungey?
Oh, I thought there he is. On that number 1.
Wow. Uh-oh.
Problems with a lap rider in front of him, but he gets around him.
I'm telling you, Ralph, for Ryan Villapoto to come back here tonight and put in that aggressive ride that he's doing right now, that is really the comeback story. I'm telling you.
Stewart sits in 14th right now, by the way. Let's see what he can do. Can he march his way back through? Villapoto. And there's Stewart. He's got him a lap down right now. There's the points we were talking about. Reed, Stewart, Dungey all sitting there. 25 points for the win.
9 laps to go here. Look at Villapoto getting through the whoops really clean. And earlier today in qualifying practice, Stewart was blitzing the whoops like none other. And it just looked like that was going to be the key.